Hello, good afternoon. My name is Isabella Zavala, and today I will be discussing my research on toys and how targeted gendered toys have increased along with how racial and ethnic stereotypes manifest in toys. Over the years, toys have changed drastically. Although some individuals could say that there is a lot more inclusion of toys and variety within the selection of toys, there also comes the increase of problems like the increase of gender toys that have influence on what boys can play with and what girls can play with, as well as the creation of stereotypes within racial and ethnic toys in which we see more often today. Early toys consisted of spinning tops, dolls, model horses with wheels, hoops, and rocking horses. Children continued to play with wooden dolls in the 16th century. Girls from the middle class played with wooden or porcelain dolls in the 19th century. In addition, they had skipping ropes, model stores, and dollhouses. Boys enjoyed playing with railroads, marbles, and toy troops. According to Lambert, the 20th century saw the development of numerous new toys. In 1897, plasticine was created by William Harbut. Frank Hornby created the Meccano toy in 1900, and in the early 20th century, tin automobiles were another type of popular toy. Train sets gained enormous popularity in the 1920s, and teddy bears and other soft toys like them became popular in the 20th century. I conducted my research on the Target's online website. Beginning my research, I made sure to break down my sections. First, I looked into the categories of toys / the brands of toys, and then I went ahead and did an online search of both boy toys and girl toys. When looking at the Barbie doll section, I was surprised to see the diversity in racial representation like Black, Latino, and Asian dolls. Because Barbie dolls are normally known for typical blonde Barbie with colored eyes. However, with the inclusion of races within these toys, there is also the representation of racial stereotypes. For example, a black Barbie doll was made to be urban and labeled / named as Brooklyn. I also noticed of the very few Latino Barbie dolls, they had one that was a soccer player, no blonde hair, no colored eyes. Also, among the very few Asian Barbie dolls was an Asian Barbie doll as a vet to specifically pandas only. All of these things fall into stereotypes of race, whether one chooses to ignore it or not, but this is a bad thing to be implementing into kids' toys. In Elizabeth Chin's research, we observed just exactly that. How toys and its inclusion of dolls just highlight and creates visibly held racial stereotypes that even girls mention and point out. Chin mentions, when one looks closely at the Shani doll, whose facial features seem to get more stereotypically black the darker the doll's skin color, Asha, the light-skinned doll, has the smallest nose and thinnest lips. Meanwhile, Nichelle, the darkest doll, has lips that are much wider than the outlines of her stamped-on pink lipstick. It's to think that toys with inclusion of race have to abide by the stereotypes that we all know just to conform with it all. It is unfortunate that society continuously pushes that out, and understanding that kids are the ones who play with these toys and they are the same ones who notice the stereotypes within them should be the priority to make this change. Now I will focus my attention on aspects of toys and gender. From Target's website and the search of girls' toys, there were pages and pages of Barbie dolls, stuffed animals, and I noticed constantly the prominent colors of pink and purple. Not only this, but there were toys like a cooking playset and a dream closet playset. Meanwhile, the toys for boys consisted of action figures, cars, a prominent color of blue and green, dinosaurs, and construction toys. There are messages constantly being sent to children, and it is reflected upon their own toys. Boys' toys typically feature greater aggression, movement, and excitement. In contrast, girls' toys are typically pink and docile, emphasizing beauty and care. Directly or indirectly, it has become extremely obvious that children's toys of today are separated and marketed by gender. It has never been seen that girls' toy section carries what a boys' toy section carries, and vice versa. In Sweet's research, she analyzes the history and the upbringing of gender toys and found that now more than ever, toys, she mentions, late century marketing relied less on explicit sexism and more on implicit gender cues, such as color and the new fantasy-based gender roles like the beautiful princess or the muscle-bound action hero. Ideas like this not only influence one gender to like and accept one thing based on their gender, but it also is unfortunate to think that children are implicitly being taught these sorts of things. Overall, I have found that children's toys have drastic influences on shaping and reinforcing ideas, gender, and stereotypes within race and ethnicity. With the new attempt of inclusion in toys also comes a countless of stereotypes that individuals notice, including the children. Action needs to be taken to organize and diminish both gender toys and racial and ethnic stereotypes in toys. Thank you for listening.